At my own wedding, my mother-in-law raised her glass and said, in front of 200 guests, "We're just so glad our son found someone practical. He's always taken care of every Everyone laughed politely. I smiled and kept clapping. What none of them knew was that I was the one who paid for that entire wedding. Every flower, every table, every bottle of champagne they were drinking. And by the end of that night, they would know it too. My name is Sana. I'm 29, and I met my husband Arjun 3 years ago at a friend's dinner party. He worked in marketing, made a decent salary, and had a warm, easy way about him that I fell for quickly. What I didn't expect was his family. From the very first meeting, his mother, Meenal, looked at me like she was doing inventory. My clothes, my car, my job as a freelance financial consultant, something she clearly didn't understand and therefore assumed meant unemployed with extra steps. "So you don't have, like, a real job?" she asked me once, over tea, in front of Arjun's sister. I laughed it off. Something like that. I never corrected her, partly out of politeness, partly because, honestly, I'd learned a long time ago that some people only respect what they can see, and I'd rather let actions speak when the moment was right. Here's what Meenal never bothered to ask. I didn't just consult for small businesses. I ran a boutique financial advisory firm I'd built from nothing, starting at 23 with 3 clients and a laptop at my kitchen table. By 28, I had a client list of executives and small business owners who paid me well for advice that actually made them money. I didn't drive a flashy car or wear designer labels to family dinners because I never needed anyone's approval badly enough to perform for it. Arjun knew, obviously. He'd seen my apartment, paid off outright at 27. He'd seen the wire transfers when I helped my own parents renovate their house without blinking. He respected it, quietly, the way people do when they're not insecure about someone else's success. But his mother had already decided who I was the moment she met me, and people like that rarely bother updating their opinion with new information. They just wait for the story to confirm what they already believe. So when Arjun and I got engaged, and his mother started gently suggesting we keep the wedding modest because she assumed money was tight on my side, I let her believe whatever helped her sleep at night. I quietly told the wedding planner to send every invoice to me. The wedding was beautiful, genuinely one of the best nights of my life, mostly because I got to watch my new mother-in-law take credit for good taste she had absolutely nothing to do with. Arjun's father insisted on the best florist in the city, she told a guest at our table, gesturing proudly at the floral arch I'd personally approved 3 revisions of. We wanted an open bar, of course, nothing but the best for our son, she said to another, referring to the premium bar package I'd selected and paid a deposit on myself for months earlier. Then came the toast, the line about being so glad he found someone practical, the polite laugh from the crowd that clearly understood the subtext. I let it sit, I let the whole room feel it. And then I stood up, glass in hand, and said I wanted to say a few words too. "I just want to thank everyone for being here," I started, "and especially thank Arjun's parents for raising such a wonderful son," polite smiles all around. "And I also want to thank our wedding planner, Fatima, who worked with me for 8 months to make tonight happen exactly the way I dreamed it, down to every flower and every bottle behind that bar." A small pause. Meenal's smile flickered just slightly. "It meant a lot to be able to give this gift to our families," I continued, "since Arjun and I decided early on that we wanted to handle the full cost ourselves, so no one else had to worry about it." The room went quiet in that particular way rooms go quiet when everyone does the math at the same time. I raised my glass toward my mother-in-law specifically. "Thank you for trusting us with all the details. I hope it lived up to what you imagined." She smiled back, tight and unreadable, and said nothing. She didn't need to. Everyone at that table had already recalculated everything they thought they knew about me in about 4 seconds. Things didn't magically transform overnight. Meenal isn't the type to apologize outright. Some people simply adjust their behavior quietly and hope nobody notices the shift. But the comments stopped. The little digs about my career disappeared. When she introduces me to her friends now, it's with a strange new carefulness, like she's still not entirely sure what else she doesn't know about me. I don't need her approval. I never did. I just needed For one night. For the truth to speak for itself instead of me having to defend it at every family dinner for the next 20 years. Some people only understand value when they see the receipt. So I made sure, just once, that she did. If your in-laws ever underestimated you before finding out the truth, tell me your story in the comments below.